Hello everyone, here I am in another video and I'm back home, so that's why I can record videos again. And these videos they're new, they're being released in real life time. Okay, they're not pre-recorded, but I decided to make a video about my depression diaries because last month I didn't post. I'm not recording my process of overcoming depression because I kind of give up on it. Not because I wanted, because part of the depression is that you don't feel the energy of doing things even though you really want to do that. In this month, July, the end of June and the beginning of July, I had such a worsening on my depression. I am much worse than I was before. I am feeling even worse, a lot of lack of energy. I'm trying my best to do what I have to do, to don't give up, to keep trying, but in my mind is a completely mess. And there are many reasons for that, and I would like to through this video try to understand what can be the reasons and also make a realistic um presentation of what this fucking illness is. Okay, so let's start with I'm here on the bed. I think that the main reason is because it's winter here. No, I'm not in North Hemisphere, okay? I'm in South and it's winter here. And as you know, winter usually doesn't have a good relationship with depression. When I was younger, I used to love winter. It's my favorite um season. I love winter. And I usually felt so energized on winter. But since my depression got worse, I do not like winter the same way I used to like. I actually feel even more tired than I used to feel. As I said before, I felt very energized on winter, and now I feel extremely tired. And also, I traveled the end of June, and I've been traveling for like 3 weeks. And I came back last week, and I was feeling like trash the whole traveling. The whole. I didn't like it. I know I maybe sound uh ungrateful because many people are not able to travel, especially for such a long period of time. And it's not that I'm not grateful for the opportunity and the privilege I have, but I simply didn't feel happy the whole travel, and my family they're not understanding when it comes to that. I didn't actually told my family that I have depression. I didn't told them, like openly, but I didn't told them, like I didn't stop them to say I have depression, but I briefly introduced this idea in the conversations I had. So, for example, I told my mom that I'm taking depression medication, and she's aware of that. So I wouldn't be taking a medication if I don't have this illness, especially because I'm not the kind of person who takes medication for any reason. I'm not this kind of person. I only take medication when I actually need it, especially such a strong medication. And I told her that I'm taking this medication, that I have to avoid some kind of teas alcohol because of the medication, and I also told my sister. And through the whole traveling days, they didn't understand that when you have depression, you will not be happy every time. And there will not be a reason for that. There will not be it's not because of them, because sometimes I feel that my family, they're always trying to make me feel, you know, how can I say that? Make me feel that I am in the fault for making them feel uncomfortable because of my sadness, and also because um they think that if I'm behaving like that is because of something they did, and they did nothing, so I'm a wicked person for make them feel that they are wrong even though they did nothing. And yes, they did nothing. I wasn't sad because of something they did or didn't do, but because I was simply sad because there are many things happening in my brain that neither I can understand, neither I can control. And sometimes it's not that I don't want to be happy. I simply can't. And I can't even pretend because I'm tired of pretending, you know? And instead of trying to talk to me and at least be comprehensive, they treated me so badly. So badly. They simply treated like I wasn't there, I didn't exist, and they were being really rude. Really rude. And you were already passing through a situation where you're feeling like trash, where you're literally trying to do not anything against yourself, and instead of receiving hug, you receive a lap, you know. It's hard. It's hard, and it was, I don't think it was out of nowhere. I wasn't feeling well since June, but I was trying to control it because I had some exams to do. I was working a lot, so it's not that I wasn't feeling that, but it wasn't the, initial stage. And how can I say that? I didn't link that I was having some really um signals of the depression were getting worse, and I couldn't understand that. I couldn't see that because I was thinking about other things. And instead of taking an action to avoid the situation to get worse, I kind of ignored it, and it got worse, you know. And uh of course other things happened, and I since go traveling I went traveling with them. I was I wasn't feeling so well since the beginning, but I simply couldn't pretend that I was happy, that I was really engaged with the traveling, and because of that I was on my own, and it really hurt. And that even my mom, she made so mean comments about me, and that's why I didn't want to tell them that I have depression, because I think that when you don't know that someone has a illness, you at least, if you judge this person, you at least are judging because you don't know the whole story. But when you know, and even knowing it, you choose to act like that, you're simply being mean, you know? And that's why I didn't want to tell them, because I wanted to give them the benefit of ignorance. And it's really hard for you to live with someone and Do not eventually tell them what you're passing through, you know? So every time I try to talk to my family about what I'm dealing with, about my problems, about my issues, it always gets worse. It's incredible. It's incredible. It always gets worse. So that's why I simply don't tell, but eventually I open my mind and I always regret at the end, you know? So that's it. So I got worse. I'm feeling like trash. These days has been really hard to me. Um, and I don't know what to do. I really don't know because I'm taking this fuck medication every single day and I'm not feeling better. I'm going to therapy every week and I'm not feeling better. I'm wasting a lot of money, a money I don't even have because I'm unemployed. So I'm literally doing formal jobs, forget the money to treat this fucking illness, and I'm not getting better. And I don't know what to do. I don't know. And you can say, oh, eat healthy, exercise. I do. I do it. I have a extremely healthy diet. I don't eat, I don't take soda. I don't eat artificial food, junk food, ever. My diet is based on plants, you know. I exercise every day. I work out every day. So it's not sedentary. It's not a bad diet. It's not. I don't know. I don't know what else to do. I don't know. And I'm in this point. And I'm recording this video because it's part of the process of having depression. And I try my best to be real here and vulnerable because that's it. This fucking illness is not constant. It's about heights and lows, more lows than heights, you know? And I'm in the low moment right now. So basically, that's the video. Hope you enjoyed it and see you in the next one. Bye.